for some.
Start out with the ball. Pass to Dang. Bulls moving the ball around. The feed to Noah. Broke loose. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play. Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
And it's Rose penetrating. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Rose has got his first 2 points of the night.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Butler with the steal. A look from Rose. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Lucas against Butler. Now Farmar. Stolen by Noah. And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 6. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
On its way from Rose for 2, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
On defense, the Bulls. The pass to Goulet. To the inside. Barak. It's all in by the Bulls. Rose goes in. That's good. Rose has got 8 points.
And I like that move to the hoop. You use your speed, go around the bigger defender.
Knocked away. Pass to Gomez. The dish to Vujicic. It's up a 3. Rose with the rebound. And now, in transition, is Heinrich. Here we go. A pull-up. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And that's now 10 points for Derrick Rose. Here's Vujicic. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so that brings the first half to a close.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
He went off in the first 2 quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some change.
How about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Yeah, that was just amazing.
Open shot, Dang. Noah, the pass to Butler. Puts it up. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Butler. That's 12 points for Derrick Rose.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
He dishes it to Farmer. And nothing but hair on that one.
Would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too.
Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for him today.
Lucas, the pass to Sabonis. Here's the triple. Outside Dang. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And the shots continue to fall as they try to put this thing away.
Yeah, big run here, and they've got their opponents in the rearview mirror.
And as we conclude and we're back to the action here in this round one matchup. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
And they continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they scored off turnovers.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Cherry, Teague covering. It's stolen by Teague. Makes the lead pass. And slam dunk by Butler.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted the win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
It's stolen by Teague. And here's the slam dunk to finish it off. Clark, can you believe it? A point guard who can soar like that?
Man, I tell you what, that's a major elevation there. That's a power finish for a player at any position.
Well, he is not afraid to take it inside. We know that.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
Well, they've got to find a way to change that.
Got a piece of it. Hit his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Bulls making a switch here. Dishes it to Vujacic. From deep three-point range, misses the shot. And they do it. They'll move on to round two.
Coming right up, it'll be the Chicago Bulls facing off against Real Madrid. That'll wrap things up from the studio. Let's turn things over to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg.
As the playoffs continue, the action intensifies. 8 teams eliminated, and now the true contenders begin to emerge. Nothing can be taken for granted, and those not ready for the next level will be the next to go. This is round 2 of the NBA playoffs.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Butler kicks to Rose. Dang. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. He feeds it to Boozer. On its way from Rose for 2. From the top of the key, he buries it. Rose has got the game going here with the first basket for the Bulls. Stolen by Rose. Here we go, one-on-one. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Here's Huey. The Bulls getting the bucket. Plenty of space. And he overshot that one, missing.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Rose attacking. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them at any time they need it.
And it's a completely new group for Madrid. Carroll passes to Poches. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Madrid will retain possession. Pass to Reyes. The feed to Carroll. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Rose. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Rose has got 9. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bulls out front. We welcome you back here to the coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, the offense has been so smooth. Everybody working together. And you can tell they're getting good shots pretty much every time down.
Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine there. I mean, they keep the ball moving, they keep themselves moving, and as a result, they're piling up the points.
And Madrid making a change.
Oh, guys, sometimes when he gets the ball in the backcourt, I mean, it looks like he's shot out of a cannon. He just takes off running, and it gives his team such a great push, such a surge as they try to get into the open floor to score.
And, Steve, even more than that, this is what I think of when I think of him. Late in the fourth quarter, time winding down. They've got one shot to win the game. He's your man. He's the guy I'm looking for to make it happen.
Here's Rodriguez. And he can't bank that one in. And the Bulls with possession. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Mark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys. They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Knocked away. Feeds to Butler. Goes up from the top of the key. Gets it to go.
Keeping up the pressure here. I like that. When you have a lead, don't let up.
Yeah, this game could be over soon if they keep pounding it the way they are.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Now here's Boozer. Here's Rose. And he uses the glass on the way. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
Wow, they are just red hot, guys. Not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
And so a pretty lot.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
He has that slasher mentality, guys, and we saw all the evidence of that in the first half as he continually got to the rim and scored.
Yeah, he had the jetpack on today, Steve, blowing by the defender no matter who they put on. Rose can really turn it on at times.
Pass to Fernandez. Wide open look. Second chance shot. Chicago grabs the miss. Here's Rose. And Chicago scoring again.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
And that's out of bounds. Madrid will return possession. Chicago making a switch here. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Yeah, not a good idea throwing the ball down the court that far.
Out of bounds, Madrid takes possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
He dishes it to Carroll. Stolen by Rose.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up. Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
So it's Madrid now. Carroll for three, and it's blocked by Dang. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Bulls.
I thought we might see a little defensive adjustment at halftime, but the fast break continues to be effective.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
You know, one thing you know is that the son of a coach is usually going to have good shooting mechanics, and that's definitely the case with Mike Dunleavy Jr. He always seems cool and composed when he's getting ready to fire away. He's got a great release.
It's just one of the benefits of growing up in an NBA family. Shooting form comes very easy to him, and he makes the most of it. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to make the easy pass. Somebody's open, throw it to them. When you do that multiple times, the game starts to find a flow to itself. Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Here's Gibson. Passes it to Muhammad. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Reyes. The pass to Suarez. Launches it. Cannot hit. And the Chicago Bulls will move on. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a...
For hoops, it'll be the Chicago Bulls facing off against Laboral Kucha Vitoria. And now let's send you over to my friend Kevin Harlan and the rest of our 2K Sports.
It is the stuff of legends, where legacies are created and history is made. The season of sweat and toil, merely a prelude, a dress rehearsal for the ultimate challenge, where echoes of past triumphs still linger. For those who dare to reach for greatness, destiny awaits. This is the NBA playoffs.
And it's Chicago to start out. And you can just feel the excitement right now as we're underway. Game one, Western Conference Finals.
You always like to get that first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
Hurdle the pass to San Materio. They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. Here's Rose. Rips down the breakaway slam. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
And here is Vittoria now. 4-point game.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
He feeds it to Nocioni. A pass to Oda. Stolen by Rose. Oh, and here comes Rose all alone. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam. Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Santa Materio, the pass to Erda. And so it looks like Vittoria will retain possession here.
Super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Here's Olsen. And just miss after miss right now. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Chicago. Back here at the Western Conference Finals as we get things started once more. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bulls.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
And the Bulls making a change here. Butler's checked in. Heinrich with the steal. With the lead pass. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And he dunks it down.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play. Yeah, not a good idea throwing the ball down the court that far.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Here's Boozer. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Bulls shooting their first free throw of the night. The free throw off from Boozer. It's stolen by Dan. And it's Gibson finishing it off. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
Heinrich with the steal. And slam dunk by Butler.
They're playing well, guys. They're really starting to pull away.
Yep, here at the midway point, that's exactly what's happening.
Passes to Olsen. Looking to end the run. The shot is off.
They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of the run.
Yeah, they are, and they need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run.
Now, presented by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
How about the opening half of basketball? He played so much riding on this game, and he came out and took immediate control.
And that's part of what makes him special. In big games, he lays it all out there. He wants to be the one to win it or lose it for him.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
Shot from the inbound. Hits the bucket. Rose has got the first basket of the third quarter for Chicago.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Hurdle, he's covered by Rhodes. That's tipped. Stolen by Boozer. Outside Rose. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Fueling their offense by forcing turnovers. That's what's taking place right now, guys.
Well, where would they be without all these extra possessions?
Hammer time. Hammer time.
It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark. This is the NBA. I mean, you keep giving away the ball like this, the other team's going to punish you.
And that can be debilitating for a team. I mean, absolutely crippling. Valuing each possession is vital to playing winning basketball. You've got to squeeze the orange.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Bulls?
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Cook kicks to Bielitsa. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Here is Heinrich. Goes up on the wing, and that one's good.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Heinrich with the steal. And it's Chicago scoring again.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That's a tough connection to make right there. I mean, that's asking an awful lot of the receiver to make that catch.
Nocioni is checked in for Basconi. Here's Muhammad. Heinrich releases. Again, Chicago.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And, Steve, they did it in style, a beatdown the entire way.
And so it looks like Basconia will retain possession here. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Nocioni. Vittoria with another miss.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
And the Chicago Bulls will move on.
You know, they had to battle through the very tough Western Conference, but